The final hours of Grace Millane's life were shown to a High Court jury today. A compilation of hours of CCTV footage of the British backpacker enjoying a 3-hour date in central Auckland with the man accused of her murder. The High Court heard that Grace messaged a friend during the evening to say, "I clicked with him so well," and that she would update her the next day. That was the last time the friend heard from Grace. This afternoon, Ms Millane's mother broke down and left the courtroom as a police officer described explicit photos found on an iPhone. The Crown say they were taken of her daughter's body. Our reporter Sarah Robson and camera operator Dan Cook are covering the case.
Grace Millane's parents, David and Gillian, watched intently from the public gallery as the final hours of their daughter's life were shown on big screens around the courtroom. The Crown took the jury through about an hour of CCTV footage gathered from around central Auckland, showing Ms Millane and the accused on a Tinder date. Prosecutor Robin McCoubrey asked Detective Adam Bicknell how much footage the police gathered.
The amount of CCTV that was collected in total was, I think, just short of 6 terabytes worth of data, which was a significant amount. Majority of that came from City Life Hotel.
So taking that as an example, what sort of period and how many cameras were you looking at for City Life Motel?
I believe City Life Hotel had 14 cameras. It recorded 24 hours a day. And we retrieved, I think it was 6 days worth of footage.
As well as footage from the City Life Hotel, the police were able to access CCTV cameras at the bars the pair went to, as well as cameras on the street.
Were you able to trace Ms Millane and the defendant's path on the night of the 1st of December, firstly, and then in the subsequent days?
Yes.
And so you were able, we're going to look at it in two halves during the trial, but you were able to trace where Ms Millane and the defendant went up until about 9:40 on the Saturday, is that correct, when they entered the City Life Hotel?
Yes.
The CCTV footage shows Ms Millane leaving base backpackers where she was staying and then arriving at Sky City.
On the screen there at about 5:43 p.m, do we see Ms Millane walking along Federal Street away from the camera?
Yes.
The footage shows Ms Millane standing near some large Christmas trees set up near the Sky Tower. There are other people milling around, and at one point Ms Millane is seen using her phone. The jury heard yesterday that the last message she sent her family in the UK was a picture of the Christmas trees from that spot.
There was what seems to be a speaker or something, or a light or something in the bottom of the screen in the middle, and then there's a gentleman in a high-vis jacket, and between those two that's Ms Millane.
It then shows the accused in a blue jacket walking over to meet Grace Millane and giving her a hug. The pair headed into Sky City, up the escalators and into Andy's Burgers and Bar on the first floor. They bought drinks and found a table. As part of their investigation, the police collected receipts from the places Ms Millane and the defendant went. Robin McCoubrey detailed what they bought.
There seemed to be a number of cocktails on both tickets. Cuervo, is that tequila?
My understanding is yes.
And then a number of, as I say, cocktails on the top receipt, 7 in total and 2 on the bottom receipt.
Ms Millane and the accused left Sky City and headed to the Mexican cafe, where they continued to drink heavily, buying jugs of margarita and sangria. They departed at about 8:30 and CCTV cameras filmed them walking through the CBD to the Bluestone Room. There they settled in at a small table and ordered more drinks, beer, cider and tequila shots. The bar was busy and the pair kissed a number of times.
Seen the timestamp there, about 8:50 p.m.
Yes.
Again, the two of them kissing. So, Detective, this is about 3 hours after they met at Sky City. Is that accurate?
Yes.
At one point, the accused pulled Ms Millane closer by putting his arm around her shoulders. When the accused disappears from view, Ms Millane can be seen using her phone. And when Ms Millane is out of shot, he can be seen picking up and looking through her bag. They then left together and headed back to the man's apartment at the City Life Hotel. He had his arm around Ms Millane as they walked through the lobby and into the lift. That was at 9:40 on the night of December the 1st, and it was the last time Ms Millane was seen. During the date, the jury heard that Grace Millane was messaging one of her best friends, Amina Ashcroft, via Facebook. Her evidence was read to the court by Crown Prosecutor Latia Tuibererevu. Ms Ashcroft said Ms Millane told her the man she was on a date with was a manager at an oil company. Ms Millane messaged that he had an apartment in a hotel, to which her friend replied,
"You have to go to his apartment in the hotel. Then bet it's like the top floor."
And Grace Millane summed up her date to Ms Ashcroft with this message.
"Literally, I click with him so well. Then at 11:59 a.m, I will let you know what happens tomorrow."
Amina Ashcroft said Ms Millane seemed drunk but happy, and she didn't have any concerns for her safety. Mō te hōtaka o te ahi, ko Sarah Robson, aho.